Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Ex-WWE writer Vince Russo claimed that he groomed Triple H's right-hand man to eventually be where he is today. It should be noted that in this context, the word groom refers to raising, nurturing, and taking somebody under one's wing. On the latest episode of Riding with Russo, Vince Russo answered questions by host Dr. Chris Featherstone, which eventually led to him going on a rant about the state of WWE. Vince Russo said that he groomed Jeremy Borash in TNA, who is now one of Triple H's right-hand men. He then went on to explain the issues with WWE's creative team that still exist in the Triple H regime. Russo added that there is a systematic problem across the board in WWE, and nobody within the company seems to want to make changes pertaining to the systematic issues. He said that the system is broken with regard to WWE. You can watch the full video below. The consensus among several wrestling fans online seems to be that the August 2022 to April 2024 was the true honeymoon period for WWE's new regime, and that the reality of the changes has started to set in. This is not only pertaining to TKO's increasing control of the product, but also what is perceived to be a great decline in the quality of Raw and SmackDown in 2025. According to Vince Russo, WWE will never openly admit that there is an issue, but he has a gut feeling that Triple H and the rest have to know that there is something wrong. The rumors about a shakeup in the SmackDown creative team might be a sign that there is some level of awareness regarding the state of the product right now. However, there was some level of backlash when it was reported that Road Dogg would remain the creative head of the brand. Regardless, the last couple of episodes of SmackDown since the shakeup both received positive reviews. It will be interesting to see if this is sustainable, as that's all that WWE needs to enter another boom period. In a surprising revelation that has sent shockwaves through the wrestling world, former WWE writer Vince Russo has claimed that one of Triple H's most trusted allies behind the scenes was actually groomed by him years ago. Russo, known for his unapologetic and often controversial takes on the wrestling business, shared the inside scoop during an exclusive conversation, highlighting the deep influence he's had on some of today's most prominent figures within WWE's creative and production departments. According to Russo, the man who now serves as Triple H's right-hand man during creative discussions and strategic planning sessions was once an aspiring writer and producer under his guidance. "People don't realize how many guys came up under me," Russo stated. This particular individual, who's now working hand-in-hand with Triple H, was someone I personally mentored. He learned how to think about wrestling television for me, how to write episodic content, how to structure storylines. Everything he's doing now, I laid that foundation. While Russo didn't explicitly name the individual, speculation among fans and insiders has immediately turned towards several top creative executives currently working alongside Triple H in WWE. Many have suggested that the person Russo referred to could be someone like Ed Koskey, who has long served in a creative leadership role within WWE, or perhaps even someone newer who has quickly risen through the ranks under Triple H's reign as Chief Content Officer. Regardless of who it may be, Russo's comments provide fascinating insight into how interconnected the wrestling industry truly is, with creative philosophies and mentorship stretching across decades. Vince Russo's influence on professional wrestling cannot be understated. During his tenure with WWE in the late 1990s, he was instrumental in shaping the Attitude Era, arguably the most successful and culturally significant period in company history. Working alongside Vince McMahon, Russo helped craft storylines that blurred the lines between fiction and reality, ushering in a new level of unpredictability and edge. After departing WWE in 1999, he joined WCW and later TNA, now Impact Wrestling, continuing to leave his imprint on the industry. Despite his divisive reputation, his creative fingerprint is still seen in the modern wrestling product, even in ways that fans might not realize. When asked to elaborate on how he mentored Triple H's ally, Russo detailed the process that helped shape the current creative environment. "You have to remember, back then, there was no playbook for creative. Everything was trial and error. I taught this guy how to understand the audience, what worked, what didn't, and most importantly, how to tell stories with emotion. He watched how I handled segments, character development, and promos. He didn't just learn wrestling writing. He learned wrestling psychology, Russo explained. Triple H's leadership style in WWE has earned praise from fans and industry veterans alike, particularly for his ability to balance modern presentation with old-school storytelling fundamentals. It's possible that some of this creative synergy owes something to the philosophies Russo instilled in his protege years ago. Under Triple H, WWE has embraced long-term storytelling, nuanced character arcs, and a renewed focus on logical continuity, all elements that Russo himself once championed during his most successful years. Russo, however, made it clear that while he takes pride in mentoring successful individuals, he believes WWE's current product still lacks the raw edge that made the late 1990s so compelling. "I'm proud of what he's become, don't get me wrong," Russo said. "But when I look at WWE now, I don't see that same level of authenticity. Everything feels too polished. Back then we had chaos, but it was organized chaos. We made you believe. Now I think they're too afraid to take risks. Triple H has done a phenomenal job stabilizing the company, but sometimes stability comes at the cost of excitement." This isn't the first time Russo has shared opinions about Triple H's approach to running WWE's creative machine. In past interviews, he has credited the game for revitalizing talent development through NXT and introducing new stars to the main roster, but he's also criticized what he perceives as an overemphasis on wrestling quality over storyline depth. Russo has repeatedly stressed that while wrestling skill is important, compelling television requires larger-than-life characters and unpredictable twists, something he believes is missing in the current era. Insiders within WWE have reacted cautiously to Russo's comments, with one anonymous source suggesting that while Russo may indeed have influenced several individuals within the company, his claim of having groomed Triple H's right-hand man might be a bit overstated. "Look, Vince was around a lot of people during his time," the source said. "He was passionate and taught a lot of the basics of wrestling storytelling. But to say he's directly responsible for someone's entire creative mindset today might be stretching it. Still, nobody can deny the guy's impact. He helped define how wrestling is written and produced, even now." Fans on social media have reacted with their usual mixture of fascination and skepticism. Some praise Russo for shedding light on his behind-the-scenes mentorships, arguing that his influence deserves more respect than it gets. Others, however, accused him of trying to stay relevant by attaching his name to WWE's current success. "Classic Vince Russo," one fan wrote on X, formerly Twitter, "always finds a way to make everything about him. Still, you can't deny he knows how to get people talking." Regardless of public opinion, Russo's comments raise interesting questions about how WWE's creative system evolved over time. If one of Triple H's most trusted collaborators truly learned under Russo's tutelage, it highlights the cyclical nature of the wrestling business, where lessons from one era continue to shape the next. It also underscores how even the most polarizing figures in wrestling history continue to leave a legacy that extends beyond their direct involvement. Triple H, meanwhile, remains laser-focused on steering WWE into a new era of storytelling excellence. Under his direction, WWE has seen a resurgence in fan engagement, improved television ratings, and stronger narratives across both Raw and SmackDown. His partnership with his creative team, especially his right-hand man, whoever that may be, has been central to this transformation. The synergy between leadership and creative direction has been evident in how WWE now builds long-term storylines that reward patient viewers while still delivering weekly entertainment value. As for Russo, he remains one of wrestling's most outspoken voices, continuing to critique and analyze the modern product through his various platforms. He often speaks about his desire for wrestling to return to storytelling-first booking, where emotion drives the show rather than sheer athleticism. "I've always said this," Russo concluded. "Wrestling isn't about moves, it's about moments. That's what I taught those guys. You can do 50 flips in a match, But if the fans don't feel something, it doesn't matter. The guy working with Triple H now knows that. That's the difference. The wrestling world may never know for sure who Russo's mysterious protege is, but his words will undoubtedly fuel further discussion among fans and analysts. Whether he's referring to a well-known creative figure or a behind-the-scenes producer, one thing is certain: Vince Russo's shadow still looms large over WWE's storytelling DNA. From attitude-driven narratives to today's more cinematic style, his fingerprints are everywhere, and his mentorship continues to echo through the minds of those shaping wrestling's future. As Triple H and his creative team prepare for the next wave of major storylines leading into Survivor Series and beyond, Russo's revelation adds a fascinating layer to the ongoing evolution of WWE's creative landscape. It serves as a reminder that behind every storyline, every character, and every iconic moment lies a web of mentorship, influence, and experience stretching back decades. For Russo, it's validation that his impact endures, even if he's no longer in the writer's room. For Triple H's team, it's a testament to how wrestling's past continues to inform its future. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.